if I can reduce my burden at work through technology, I can spend more time doing stuff I love in my life. So that for me is what the future of work is about. I think it's about, what does AI actually mean and what does it not mean? There's an AI fear, whether that's because, I don't know, if you're a geek like me in the 80s, you grew up with the Terminator movies or the Matrix franchise, or even the negative narrative that we see in the media, on the news, on the socials. People kind of suck that up and don't even realize that it's kind of affecting their judgment on things. It's about really understanding, how can we utilize this technology, but also how can we enable people to be their best selves by doing that? And that's, do I use it in my personal life? Do I use it in my professional life? What's the benefits do I get from it? And what does that mean in terms of how I feel about myself and my role? So in terms of what that means, we're missing a trick if we don't go down the human route when it comes to AI, and we just go down the tools and technology route. And that's what a lot of organizations seem to be doing. Oh, we've just rolled out, I don't know, Microsoft Copilot. And then they expect everybody to be using Microsoft Copilot in 90 days. Funnily enough, that doesn't happen because we haven't done the hearts and minds thing. We haven't done the safety thing, the guardrails. How do people feel? Why do they feel that way? So if you're rolling out artificial intelligence or any kind of change initiative or tools in your organization, you've got to start with the people first. And where I see the gaps in the organizations is they haven't started people first. Not with the AI. Like the amount of clients that and prospects that come to me and they're like, what tools should we be using? Like, we're doing a tool first strategy, a tech first strategy. And I'm like, no. That stuff's going to look different tomorrow anyway, because it's changing so quickly. Already we've gone from generative AI to agentic AI, which do two different things. But if you don't engage people's hearts and minds, if you don't do the people first thing, you're never going to get anywhere. You're just going to fall over. So give people the time and space to think about, what does it mean for me? What does it mean for my job? Am I worried about losing my job? Am I worried about implementing new technology into my role? Or, is it time just to leave my role and retire, for example? And that's totally fine as well. Hearts and minds, you've got to go people first. Give them the time, the headspace, the confidence, as well as the skills and the competence through AI literacy and training and things like that. But don't just go straight into, right, you've got access to ChatGPT now, off you go, because people are never going to feel comfortable and psychologically safe to adopt the technology to be the real unlock of transformation that you're looking for. It's interesting, those kind of questions, because you look into your crystal ball, don't you? And you read all the reports from the World Economic Forum and macro trends and what's LinkedIn saying and things like that. I think the more we can get comfortable with outsourcing parts of work that we don't like doing and doesn't add value through technology like AI and automation, the more we can spend time doing stuff that we love doing. And that might be work-related stuff. It might be more people-related stuff if you're in a people function, or it might be coaching if you're a leader or manager, or it might be bringing people together face-to-face in communities, or it might be, actually, I don't like doing the numbers, so I'm going to outsource that and I'm going to do more of the creative stuff that I enjoy doing. Or it might even be, I want to spend more time with my friends and family, or I've got a health condition that I need to manage outside of work. If I can reduce my burden at work through technology, I can spend more time doing stuff I love in my life. So that for me is what the future of work is about. Yes, it's going to be about automation, agentic AI, policy, workflows, people feeling more engaged because they are doing more of what they want. But it's also about letting people be human. Like, why do we measure people in terms of the hours they work, for example? That has no sense whatsoever. If we can move to a skills first based model or a competency first based model where people are genuinely genuinely measured on their output and the value they bring to the organization, who cares how they get there? And the unlock for that is mindset when it comes to management and leadership more than anything else. So I think for me, the future of work is around understanding what people want to do and how they get there. And that's when they'll do their best work. It doesn't really matter how, but they'll be motivated to do so. I think giving people the space and time to voice how they feel, because if you don't invest that time up front, it will trip you up later down the line. You want people to buy into the change that you're looking to deliver, particularly in digital transformation. That can be quite difficult for some people because it's changing the way they've done things for a period of time potentially, or they're having to think in a different way. And if you don't give the outlet, the valve of people talking about it and understanding how they feel about it, then it's going to trip you up. It's going to come in obligations and objections later down the line. And I've seen that happen in a financial services company that I worked in. As part of digital transformation, everybody got 2 or 3 hours just as a group and a community to come together and share how they were feeling. And the difference in giving that time, then in the adoption of the new technology, the positivity and the engagement in the training, and the fact that people just wanted to have a go because they felt listened to, that for me is always the starting point in any change. I want them to be excited about actually getting in there and doing something different. I don't call myself an inspirational speaker because who am I to say I'm inspirational? Everybody will be inspired by different ways. It gives me the ick a little bit when I see inspirational speaker. What I want to be known as is someone who helps people get excited and get engaged. Whether that's AI, whether that's the future of work, whether that's anything I'm kind of just having a conversation about. I want people to go away and say, I'm going to do something different because that's actually really exciting.